Anyone know Globnar?
Globnar.
Is that backwards? The goblin or something?
That's Bill Bob.
No.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to BND Live, the Dungeons & Dragons live stream, where a group of high school friends attempts to play Dungeons & Dragons remotely by the internet. We had a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back with Steven as Dromm the sorcerer, Tim as Vinny the rogue, Erin as Lily the fighter, and Nakul as Serpent the paladin. I am Shawn, your ever faithful and humble DM, and this is BND Live. I think we definitely need a recap. It'll be like in like a month. You all decide to ask for a council meeting the next day. You were in Dromm's home village in the Verska Mountains. So the next day you meet with Dromm's uncle in the morning, and you tell him you tell him the Dromm dragon story, and finalize the plans to come before the tribe council later that day. Lily investigates tribal differences before the meeting. At the meeting, Dromm leads with description of dragon defeated in the north. Ruckus is most worried about you turning the blue dragon against the tribe. You say you will leave Dromm in the back and only mention the tribe if everything is going well. He seems to buy it. You get permission from the council and make plans to leave early the next morning. Dromm reconciles briefly with his dad and says goodbye to his family. You leave early the next morning with donkeys and supplies for 2 weeks. You head to the sands and then over to where the sand meets rock, below the promontory, as Draga remembered it. You camp for the night. The next day, you find some odd-sounding sand, again where sand meets rock, directly below the promontory. To explore, Finistella is going to polymorph Vinny into an earth elemental she saw once. But the first try goes horribly wrong, and instead Vinny turns into an alligator who nips at Serpent. Second try goes better, and Vinny eventually finds a glass tunnel burrowing underneath the sand. But unfortunately it ends in a collapse in one direction. He then follows it the other direction, occasionally popping up to communicate via message. He finds a branch going northwest, and follows it, but just as he's coming up, the spell fizzles, and much to everyone's horror, he's trapped and drowning in sand. Serpent locates object on the horn, and Lily grows claws to dig. Vinny fails to move enough to get space to talk for Misty Step, and succumbs to unconsciousness. Luckily, they find him immediately after, and a lay on hands brings him back, and you all agree that was a close call. A concerted effort to dig down further reveals the top of another glass tunnel. After Dromm and his echo scout it out, Vinny bangs on it with a crowbar until it cracks, and you all fall into it. Remembering the donkeys, Dromm manages to get the donkeys, come back, and a feather fall brings you, donkeys and all, safely into the tunnel around 1 p.m. And that is where we'll pick things up. You guys, you are in a glass tunnel. The light of the desert day still shines in from above, and the tunnel proceeds in 2 different directions. What would you like to do?
Let's eat these donkeys. We're out of food. We're stuck down here.
Well, the donkeys are not going to be able to survive that
2
long.
weeks of food.
But what about the donkeys?
Presumably you brought some donkey feed with you? When you're going into the desert, I would be surprised if you didn't bring any donkey feed.
Okay. So I think we should head towards the mountainous area.
Wait,
If we can get a.
isn't that where it dead ended?
Well, that was a different branch. So technically, the branch you're in would go.
So, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, it goes in two directions. One of them is further into the desert, and one of them is sort of northwest. So somewhere up there is the river.
I was gonna say, didn't one go towards the river? Is the northwest one the one that goes like in the direction that we know a river to be? Or is that the other one? The one that goes into the desert?
I think we were heading towards the river one to see if we could find an entrance at the river.
I thought that was true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that was the plan until Vinny started to drown.
Wait, are we between Destin and the mountain? Like, where are we again?
Yeah, you are technically in Destin.
Oh,
You're now out of the mountains.
But just, right?
But just, yeah, somewhere to the southeast is Kiab, which is one of the major cities. So the Jael River is to the north of you, and that ends at the city of Kiab, which some of you have been to. Right? Yeah.
and there's two big rivers that
Maybe
come
the other
from
group.
those mountains, right?
The other group has been to it. Sorry, say it again.
There's two big rivers right there coming out of those mountains.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jael and the Kyle.
Okay.
Yeah, I could probably show
Do we
you
rock,
that.
paper, scissors, which direction to go, or do we just continue to head towards the river as we were originally planning on doing, or we go in the opposite direction?
I wrote river.
I'm okay with river.
Yeah.
River.
Oh,
Release the river.
roll for initiative. A giant map just appeared and took some of us out.
It's
And-
too late.
It's
And what
very
are the
powerful. Yeah, Vinny's dead. Auto kill.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you're gonna head the direction you think is the river.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. The donkeys are not super excited about this.
Grow up, donkeys.
Did you?
We could probably speak with animals, or did we speak with animals at some point?
Probably did at some point. You could probably use some reassuring.
Do we need to talk to the donkeys for us to know that they're scared?
Well, no, but we could talk to the donkeys and reassure them that we're going to protect them.
I walk up to one of the donkeys and I give it a reassuring hee-haw in a soothing voice.
Give me an animal handling check.
No sweat, that's one of my best.
At a -1.
Still
It's
got
a-
18.
Oh, nice.
Hee-haw, donkey.
Hee-haw.
How many donkeys do you have?
I don't know, a couple.
Oh, I thought it was a lot.
You thought we had a lot?
We have one for each of us.
Oh,
We have one for each of us?
No.
I thought we had like two.
Wait, what
2
am I
or
thinking
3.
I feel like it's 2 or 3.
of? Been a while since.
I mean, it's really to carry all of our supplies.
You tell me I walked? Oh,
We're gonna say these 3 horses represent your donkeys. We got some donkeys now. All right. 18. Yeah, they seem, they're not super happy. Oh, as you get away from the crack and the sun filtering through the, what's Dromm? Are you doing some dancing lights or something?
Yes. Is that cool?
All right. Yeah. Pretty much the norm nowadays.
Yeah.
Lily can't see anything in front of her, so she'll need those lights.
Yeah.
well, even
All
with
right.
dark vision, if there's no light for anything to bounce off, can we see any better? Like, it's
think
not
the-
dim light, it's no light, right?
Yeah, well, the general dark vision is it's like there's like shadows on shadows. You can like sort of make things out, but
You could perceive shapes.
yeah. Yeah, so you guys head down this tunnel, and it's fairly straight, but it does gently curve, and soon enough the sunlight that was filtering down is lost, and the dancing lights are all you see. And you continue walking. Hard to sort of keep track. Your footsteps echoing oddly down both ends of the tunnel as all that you can see is this glinty, shiny glass walls. After about an hour or so, you turn a corner and you notice that the light that's reflecting ahead of you is now sort of, it's got a different type of quality to it. And you proceed with caution a little further, and you get to a point where the glass wall comes down in front of you, and you can see on the other side of it, as the dancing lights get close to it, you can see that there is in fact water on the other side of this glass wall in front of you, and the tunnel ends.
All right, looks like we found the river.
Is the water like up to the ceiling?
Oh yeah, you are completely underground, but it's like dirt, darkness, which is probably dirt, and then you get to the end of the tunnel, and it's not like smooth. It's kind of some jaggy parts in places. But the dancing lights clearly indicate that it's flowing water on the other side.
This is an odd tunnel. How did this come to be?
Well, it's as if maybe something very hot melted all of the sand into glass, something like that.
Are you saying we should break this wall open and cross the river?
I'm saying no, we should not.
Maybe the rushing water would help us get propelled down the other end of the tunnel.
Or we could walk.
Yeah, I'm fine with walking. I think the donkeys would also prefer if we walk.
You wouldn't want a log flume?
No.
Fine. Now we gotta walk all the way back.
So this is a dead end?
It seems to
There's
be a
no
dead
like
end.
offshoots?
It's not a dead end for the brave.
Even the ceiling is rounded off? No.
You don't have to we don't have to entertain Vinny. Let's just go this way.
Vinny who?
What?
So we went the wrong way. Maybe we should make a mark, put an X, dead end this way.
Finicel and Asura are talking amongst themselves. Finistel pipes up. So, what are we hoping to find again? A blue dragon? That's the goal?
Yes.
And this is a friend of yours, Dromm.
Old friend.
One
Right.
might say like a father figure, or a parent, a mother, very endearing.
All right, you guys pass the time as you walk the other way.
Dromm, do you want to do some role playing? I'll be the dragon, you be Dromm. We can have a conversation.
Okay. Hi, dragon.
It's you.
I was thinking, how's it going?
I couldn't find you. Where did you go?
Wait, what?
You came into my life and then you disappeared. What
I mean-
happened?
What? You left me.
I did not leave you. I was protecting you. I caught you when you fell.
Yeah, and then you left me upstairs.
I made that cradle for you. I didn't think you'd want to stay underground here. You're a person of the surface, of the mountains.
I don't think this is how this is gonna go.
I don't know.
That's how it could have gone.
Well, I don't know. I think that the dragon misses you.
I hope that's true.
Here's what actually happened.
I mean, even if the dragon considered you more as a pet, I mean,
Are you the dragon's pet?
I don't know, pet, adopted child? I don't know. Maybe the dragon couldn't have its own offspring, so it took Dromm because Dromm is bluish and, well, you know, it's close enough.
Is Dromm our pet?
No, Dromm is our companion. I guess pets can be companions, but
But not all companions are pets.
correct.
Hmm.
And not all pets are companions.
Am I a pet?
Very true.
Existential crisis descends on Vinny. Walks the next mile in silence.
It's really dark in here.
Leaves you to your thoughts.
Yeah.
After the same amount of time, you get back to the hole. Although less light now is shining in as the sun is not directly overhead.
We did it. We're back.
Now, would there be a way of like scratching into the glass wall without making it crack, but just like leaving scratches?
Yeah.
So we could make a note to ourselves,
I
like
feel like that could be done.
river 2 hours this direction,
Sure.
dead end.
Yep. You etch the glass, leaving yourselves a note. All right, then you continue on.
Let's do it.
Hmm.
All right.
Vinny, do you remember how long it was before you went down the separate branch?
No. Sorry.
That was helpful.
There we are.
So glad
Uh,
we down there.
But you do get to that branch, and you're like, we're not gonna go that way. We know it's a dead end. So you continue on the way that has not been
Scratch.
explored yet.
Scratching it.
You feel yourselves getting hungry. You're like, poof, it's been a while. Hard to tell. But you decide to stop for some food. And then, yeah, do you want to keep going after that?
I mean, we should eventually stop for the night, right?
Yeah.
It's always night down here.
True.
I'm good to go.
If Dromm ever lets the dancing lights go out, it gets dark real fast.
Yeah. I do have to perpetually recast it. It's not a particularly long.
And it's
So
a
it's like 10
it's-
minutes.
It's a cantrip, so yeah, I'm good for it.
Yeah, but it probably, honestly, it probably takes a little bit of a mental toll. Does anyone else have a light spell you could share
I
the burden
do.
with?
I have a cantrip light, and what is that? 1 hour duration. So
Cool.
Oh, that's way better.
yeah.
I
So
got the fire.
I can just
I got the sacred flame. I don't know.
All right, so yeah, you guys could swap off light duties, as it were. That's probably a good idea, so Dromm doesn't get mentally exhausted.
okay. Yeah, I can light up like one of the donkey's backpacks or something like that. So it's just like a big walking
Donkey light.
torch.
Hashtag donkey light. Sounds good. Sounds reasonable. All right. So you're gonna like go a little further and bed down.
Probably, I would say that
Sorry, what color is your light?
Oh, my light will be a pale green, like a minty green.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Immersive. It's like we're there.
It's like you're there. All right, sounds good. All right, so yeah, you guys make the best of the. It's not great. You want to put down all the furs and things that you had for the cold weather in the mountains. Even though it's a bit of a burden on the donkeys, it does make the hard glass floor a little bit more comfortable than it would be otherwise.
At least it's not raining or windy.
It's cold rocks.
Definitely not. Yeah, it's basically the same temperature all the time down here, so kind of nice. Not bad. Perfect hiking temperature. But yeah, do you turn off the light when you go to bed?
Can we make it just a very well? I mean, it would only be for 1 hour,
You'd probably wrap it up for something. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
and you can make the light a more dim, like a red dim glow instead of a brighter glow, right?
Right.
Ooh.
Right, we gotta go dimmer. Yeah? Come on. You're making me look bad.
No, well, you can see the red light.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know, but it's not going dimmer.
Oh, it's okay.
Alright, that's fine. Yeah, okay. Sure. So you guys
Should we do a
Okay.
watch?
This
Sure.
how much should sneak up? The only thing that's gonna sneak up is be a giant dragon. I feel like we're gonna know,
Okay.
or the river.
Okay.
And then I also feel like we're gonna know.
you would know that really quick. Yeah, that was the express route. Assuming you would survive it.
I mean, we could do a watch if you want, but I'm gonna go sleep in that pile of donkeys.
I mean, Ostrid is down here too, right?
Oh my gosh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Oh, he could have flown up.
I think he did.
Got us out.
Yeah,
think
there was some flying involved.
I think that's how Sir Pen was able to get out, or... Oh, I guess it was the echo.
Yeah, it's definitely
But I definitely remember Ostrid getting out and coming back down or something.
Wait, am I getting out of something?
No,
No,
you're
no,
fine.
You're just bedding
Okay.
down.
I can Misty
Yeah.
Step.
No,
Oh.
it's just nighttime.
Oh, okay, fine.
Misty
what we're
step into the
choosing
river.
Oh
Wash
yeah.
away
Well, I
immediately.
can swim.
All right, so
Technically,
you guys.
so can I. I can grow
guys-
gills.
That's right. You guys bed down for the night, and you do keep a watch if you want, but it doesn't matter because the night passes without incident. And the next morning, you've all had the benefits of a long rest.
Yay! Well, gotta make sure I got all those cantrip slots back.
And I still got some big ones back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like the first one to wake up. Ooh, actually, let's see who the first one to wake up is. 6 people. Isura is the first one to wake up, and she immediately shakes Finistil awake. Who then immediately shakes you awake, Lily, and they're like, "But a little light."
Light.
What?
We'll do a kind of sunny yellow, so it's like morning.
Okay. As yellow as I get, apparently. Ah! Ooh,
Oh,
pretty
that's good.
actually.
There you are.
There you go. You guys have some breakfast. It's getting a little weird. You're not like, it's not. The allure of the glass walls has worn off, and you're kind of like, yeah, I'm not loving this place anymore.
This place
Uh,
sucks.
but you continue on nonetheless because what else
Well-
are you gonna do?
But I'm gonna scratch marks into the wall.
Sure.
to know approximately how far we've gone and how far we would need to go to get back to the opening.
Okay.
I'm using my mapping skills.
Yes, I love it.
2 clicks.
You go a few more hours and you get to another branch. This one has 3 different directions.
Oh,
One
no.
that's sort of going what you suspect is due south, one that is due west, and then one that is due north. They're sort of coming in at an angle.
So are we still thinking west back towards the mountain? Or
I would agree. West
Okay.
of the mountain.
Do we split up or do we stay together?
I'm sorry, it's due east. Did I say west?
yes.
Oh.
You guys came in from the northwest. There's a due east, a due north, and a due south.
Oh.
Wise. Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Well, east would be going further into Desson.
Yes.
South would be also going further into Desson.
Yes.
Then we should go north.
How do you figure?
Well, we were trying to get closer to the river, right? And the river stopped us. And that was northwest. So if we go north, maybe we could find another way of... I don't know.
Okay.
But were we trying to get closer to the river for any good reason, or just because it seemed like a
A good idea at
way
the
to
time.
go? Yeah.
Okay, well then we could go south.
It doesn't seem like we have any great reason to go or not go any of these directions.
I just think that going east would not be our first choice.
Oh,
but,
east is the worst direction. Yeah, definitely.
But north or south is fine.
All right.
I mean, here's the thing. If this is going to be labyrinthine, then maybe we should always take the same direction every time.
So are we going left or right for the same direction?
Correct.
I mean, we got to pick one and then follow that.
I
Yeah.
guess it's great.
So,
Say right, then we're going
If-
south.
yeah. So, well, no, I think... Oh, we're coming in from the northwest, so then making a right would be going south?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we can always go to the right.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb. You could also investigate.
Oh, yeah, and see if there's any kind of clues. I mean, we could just walk like 100 feet down one passage and just see, you know, hey, do we see anything in this direction? Nope. All right, turn around.
You're very familiar with the tunnel you just came out of, so if there were differences, you could probably do an investigation check and figure out, you know, something.
I'm just gonna wander over to some of the tunnel entrances and investigate,
All right.
completely unprompted.
All right, and then Lily is going to be sketching out a map.
Okay. Okay, I love it.
I got a 12 for investigation.
12 for investigation.
It's really dark.
Yeah.
Let me help you there, Vinny. And I
Yes,
cast
please.
Dancing Lights.
Come have a look.
Ooh, dancing lights. Yeah, sure. Roll again with advantage. I love
Oh,
it.
for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or unless drums down, you know.
Oh, okay, with advantage. Come on, baby. What we got?
Well, you're just rolling again. You already rolled once.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, it's 14.
A little bit better, but 14.
You would say that the passage to the east looks a little older than the one that you just came down. And the passage to the south looks a little bit newer. And the passage to the north looks about the same
As the south, or is it about the same as,
as
the
the
one?
as the one you've been in. I probably just made it more confusing for you.
Do we want a new tunnel?
Which
or
I'm
an
not
old
necessarily
tunnel?
upset about.
I mean, if it's a new tunnel, then that means that something's been down there more recently.
Yeah, but maybe it found somewhere it doesn't like, and it's like, yeah, I'm not going down there again. I'm going back to my house where I've lived forever down this old tunnel.
Yeah, like this is built over time, right? So
I mean, you'd want multiple entry and exit points
For safety.
for safety,
For safety.
of course.
Do you live in the old area of your labyrinth or the new area?
OSHA compliant. You have to.
Well, I mean, it's expanding. Maybe the dragon is still living in all of those areas.
But the old one might be where it started? Or, I don't know.
cast thunderclap.
What's that?
Dromm casts thunderclap.
Okay. So, boom, and it just like you can almost feel the shockwave of sound traveling down every tunnel. And you wait.
Listening for an echo.
And you hear, oh, that's interesting to see if it like ends and echoes back.
I don't think that's what I was listening for.
That's interesting.
That's what Lily is listening for.
I'm listening for
Sure,
a
sure. So, not only do you hear an echo from the south, but you hear, how would you describe it? A grunt of curiosity comes back with the thunderclap echo.
From the south.
Yeah.
New neighborhood.
I mean, could we tell approximately how long it took for the echo to return? That, like, can I do some scratching out math, the speed of sound based on the temperature of this air?
Give me
Physics are
an-
different in this.
Give me an intelligence check.
I don't think Lily would know this. This is Lily's,
This is a high DC intelligence check.
yeah,
Must have had a good education though.
yes,
Yeah, it's
Lily
true.
is
You're noble.
educated.
Yeah.
Intelligence. Yeah. It's the straight.
And you've been listening to your sort of, your footsteps echo for like almost a day now.
Nat one.
Lily with such surety, you're like, it's 2 miles to the south. Like, I'm guaranteeing it. That's what you're so sure that it's like that thing where it's like when you know more about it, you're not sure, but when you don't know a lot about it, you're sure.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it's
Confidence
like
is-
that dragon's like a couple miles south at most.
Yeah, we're good.
I don't know about that, Lily. I feel like I could ask the donkey and get the same answer.
Excuse me, but who was even listening for the echo in the first place?
Speaking of the donkeys, you'll notice that they're not super calm right now.
Well, because we just thunderclapped.
That's true. Although I think they probably heard the thunderclaps earlier in the village. You could tell it's persisting past the thunderclap.
Oh, let's send each donkey down one of these and see which one comes back.
Oh no!
Lily's full of good ideas right now.
Oh boy.
Why don't we just go down that one where the dragon's voice came from?
Who's going first?
Well, it's Dromm that's going first.
Dragon's child has to lead the way.
All right, let's go.
I guess we're going to the south.
All right.
Lily's marking this on the wall and in her map.
I'm hanging out with the donkeys.
She might not be able to do math, but she could draw a map.
And Vinny's bringing up the rear with the donkeys. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
With the asses.
Ass is in the rear.
Yeah. Ostrid kind of also indicates to you, Lily, that when you guys go hunting, You have like a sign for like prey is near, that type of thing. That's the sign that Ostred's giving you.
Okay.
He's saying we're all prey.
Yes, we're prey. We're being hunted.
All right. You head down, and after only about 30 minutes, you feel almost electricity in the air. It's like
Got tingles on the back of my neck.
yeah, before a thunderstorm type of thing. And
Animals probably love it.
yeah, the donkeys are not happy. They start to like make weird, upset donkey noises.
I mean, would it be wise for us to, like, maybe have Ostrid stay back with the donkeys, or someone stay back with the donkeys? Do we need the donkeys with us at this point?
We don't want to lose them.
Well, no, we don't want to lose them,
They
but
might
maybe
go running down a tunnel, then we have to go down all the tunnels to find them.
right. But can we like find some kind of jagged post to tie them
I
to?
don't think there's anything in these tunnels.
Well, do we have something heavy that'll just kind of keep them in place?
Yeah,
There's-
I'll hold on to them.
yeah, like sometimes the sides are less smooth. You could probably find like a crack or crevice to like wedge a thing in if you got a
They'll
thing
just be
like a
stuck there in the dark.
piton. That's true. They would be pitch dark once you leave.
Hmm.
I guess you could leave. You can cast light multiple times, so you could like leave one of their backpacks lit up, and it would last an hour.
They should just come with us.
Okay, it's just if they're gonna start freaking out, is that helpful at all? Like,
They're on the verge of freaking out. Like you could try to speak with animals if you want, but you can without speak of animals, you can tell that they're nervous as heck.
yeah, I don't see why we need to put them through it. What's the point? Unless we need this food, but if they're freaking out, then we must be pretty close.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason why walking an extra couple hours we can't walk back and get this food. We just have to make sure that the donkeys are going to be here and stay safe. So we could leave someone here.
I do have pitons. I could put one in, we could tie them up.
Yeah, you could do that.
Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. I hammer a piton into the wall, tie a rope to it, and tie the donkeys up.
Okay.
I also tie Lily up.
You're confusing the worlds.
I'll cast
Alright.
light for the donkeys.
All right. Leave donkeys with an hour of light.
It'll be a
Alright.
very dim light, so hopefully it'll just kind of
The soothing light.
a soothing
Put 'em to
light.
sleep.
The soothing
Good night light.
donkey light.
Good night, donkeys.
All right. What is the light color that you guys are taking with you?
What's the light color that we're taking with us?
Can you do light in 2 spots?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you... Oh, maybe not. I guess you could do dancing light.
It is a creation spell, touch, 20 feet radius for 1 hour. So I don't know, it might be able to touch a whole bunch of things and then they just stay lit for an hour.
Does it say the spell ends if you cast it again at the bottom? Some spells say that.
Yeah.
Yes, if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action.
Okay.
So only one thing can be lit at a time.
All right, so I guess I'm doing dancing lights, but if we get into a fight, probably we need something longer than dancing lights. Actually, maybe not. Depends.
Yeah, fights are weird time dilation things. Or
Yeah.
they
I
have a
have
spell
5
that lasts.
candles.
You have what?
I have 5 candles.
Yeah, you could go with.
Oh yeah, how long does a torch last?
Yeah, they last a couple hours probably. Torch it up.
Do we have a torch?
I mean, I've got fire bolts.
Same. And a sacred flame.
So what does the sacred flame do?
I think it's more for enemies, but let me just read up on that again.
Is that the one you can hold in your hand and then throw?
Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. So I guess there's that a creature can't really use it, huh? The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8. So I don't know. I guess I can't use it like
Yeah, that sounds like it's more of a...
it's like an attack. It's a cantrip, yeah. So firebolt then.
Well,
Same
I
as-
mean, I could always cast light again. It just means that the donkeys lose their light. It's not going to be that big of an issue.
I could create a bonfire for a minute if that would help. This sort of stuff.
Ooh, very helpful for a minute. So when we get into a fight, we'll need that.
Speaking of fights, and she see her sort of glow for a second as she
Mage armor it up.
yeah, exactly.
Don't know why Mr. Twizzard doesn't learn mage armor, but I guess that's because he's got a bell.
He doesn't even need that bell.
No, that's what he thinks.
All right, you guys proceed down the tunnel a bit. And the air gets even more charged. Yeah, those of you with longer hair, it like starts to affect. And
I do my hair.
The hair frizzy.
you hear ahead of you. Who approaches?
I don't know if you hear Dromm.
Can't hear Dromm. John, did you say something?
Maybe petrified.
That's mute. That's on.
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
now we
Yes.
can.
That was weird. I guess I would say it is I, Dromm, and my companions.
Your scent is familiar. Where do I know you?
You saved me some years ago.
You hear a shifting as if a great beast is moving, and you
My baby.
feel a presence coming near you in the tunnel.
Presents. Presents.
Presence. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Just in case
Uh-oh.
this turns into a battle.
We should roll for initiative.
Well, no need for that. I'm just gonna put down some grids here, just in case, so we can decide where in this tunnel. Tunnel's pretty wide. We'll say that this is sort of the tunnel. Dromm is probably near the front. Where? Who else is where?
I mean, I would probably
Who else
be
is where?
next to Ostrid. That makes
Alright.
sense.
I'm towards the back.
All right. In the flickering light of the dancing lights, a large blue dragon comes around the corner and sort of looks at you quizzically.
Oh boy.
The one who survived. How
Yes.
long? How long was that?
Do I know?
Do you know how old you are?
Yeah.
So just subtract a couple years. Like 23 years ago.
Okay, but 23 years ago?
I was awakened by hunger. Unlike now. Now I was bidden. Why have you come back? Why have you brought friends? What do
Well,
you seek?
I seek a favor.
Favor.
I know it's an odd thing to ask, but after our last encounter, you know, as I recovered and, you know, continued, I started to notice that something had changed in me, and I started to develop powers that I didn't understand. Sorry?
I know, you go.
After a number of years of slowly, you know, watching it develop, I decided I needed to find out more information. And in my travels to understand more about myself, I met these companions. We have heard of an ancient tablet that was broken into pieces, and we have been on a quest to reunite those pieces. We have had some success so far, and we have heard by word of mouth that you may be in possession amongst your treasures. You may have a piece of the tablet, and I was hoping, as a sign of faith and of friendship, I have brought you some of the treasures that I found, and I was hoping that we might be able to borrow the tablet piece, and once we are done with our quest, we would return it to you. And I uncover the gems from not the Snowcrest diamonds, the gems from the Black Dragon.
All right. So you show some of the gems from the Black Dragon. Give me. Are you? So you're obviously trying to ask a favor.
Mhm.
The gems that you're showing. What is the pretext for you having them?
I haven't said where they're from. I've just said like along our quests, and that I've
Okay.
and I've gathered them as a gift to show goodwill.
Okay. All right. And these are gems.
Yes, and they're worth 400 gold.
All right. Give me a persuasion check.
8.
8. All right. So you sort of like hold them, push them forward. What do you do with them?
I place them down and back away.
Okay. The dragon sort of tilts its head. One who survived, your power that you mentioned, helped unlock it, but it was there. These gems are but a small offering. This tablet you see, there are more of them. Some held by my kind. I was woken to claim vengeance against those who take the. Are you the one? Look, tablet.
Quick check.
Yeah.
Fuck a duck.
I actually think you guys all have to do a deception check, actually. This is a group deception check.
Helmet with
Yeah.
the 3 donkeys. Up
Yeah.
there.
Ostrich
I was going to say we have but the tablet from the library at Ziluknal.
Ooh, okay. All right, you're gonna drop that bit. I love
No
it.
dragons were hurt.
You can have advantage on your deception. Everyone else roll a straight, and let's see how
I got
many.
15.
15. All right.
Cool, I got plus 2.
Finish still got a 17.
14?
I got 16.
Sora's rocking an 11.
29.
29. All right. All right. So you say that you have the tablet from Lucknow or from the library?
The library, sorry.
The
Yes.
library. Okay. All right. All right.
But if there is a group gathering them, we'd be interested in them.
Just you need might, and I need my vengeance. You will kill the people responsible for the attacks on my brethren. You will bring me the tablet piece of cake from their corpses. Do this, you will receive my tablet for a period of time.
Understood. We kind of stumbled our way into here. Is there a better way for us to exit and for us to come back once we've completed our task?
I can sense your power. I will give you 2 weeks. We will meet at the city on the northern river. We'll then give I could let you out here if you want. How did you enter my domain?
Through a break in the labyrinth, very far, very far that way, and
Natural
to
break.
and to the left.
All right. We will meet again in 2 weeks, or I will come looking. And it sort of bends down and looks up and opens its mouth and just you're sort of all blinded from your dim lights that you've been seeing. This just pure energy crackles out of its mouth, hits the ceiling, and just keeps going. And as you all sort of shield your eyes, you feel hot drops of hit the ground around you. And when the dazzle fades, you see there is a new tunnel that goes up at a 45-degree angle, and you can see sunlight at the top of it, and the dragon is gone.
I'll go get the donkeys.
All right.
The dragon left?
The dragon's gone, yeah.
Okay, so I look around, I'm like, so that other group, it wants us to kill, that's us, right?
Well, one of the groups is you.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is how can we give the blue dragon the tablets if we need them all together? So it's really like we're just exchanging 2 for 1?
Well, he said we could, he'd give us his and we could hang on to it for a bit.
But we need to then get all of the other ones?
He just doesn't want the other group to have it. He wants us to get it from the other group. Or
He wants them.
he doesn't want them to be in the hands of the group that killed his brethren.
Yeah.
He wants the group that killed the brethren dead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is this cooled down enough to touch?
It's it starts, so the brilliant light, a lot of noise and sizzling and then and you see it sort of glowing, and it's quickly cooling. So the ambient light was very bright, and then now it's slowly darkening as it cools. And it is definitely how these tunnels were made. It was basically just lightning breath after lightning breath. And this one does, you can actually, it is daylight currently. It is not dark, so you can see sunlight filtering in through this new tunnel.
I wonder if we should have asked him which tablet or tablets we need to get from this other group, because
All the ones I have.
how do we know that there aren't multiple groups out there? How many dragons have been defeated?
Well, if we'd found out that information, then we couldn't play dumb later when we only give him the tablet that we have.
Well, we're gonna have to give him 2 tablets, which are the only tablets we have.
Does
The
he-
one from
which-
the library.
Unless he knows which pieces, because then it'd be like we could always, yeah.
Hmm.
Because we don't have the black dragons. We only have Snowcrest.
I mean, we killed the group that was responsible for it, and this was the only tablet they had on them.
What more can we do?
Can see perhaps they. Well, I don't know. The alternative is like we're gonna meet up with him somewhere that's not his labyrinth, like that's not his.
Lair.
The town, yeah.
He said he wants to meet in the city.
We're gonna go to a bar.
And what city is this?
That's
The
bad for the city, but maybe good for us if he's not in his lair.
I just feel bad because I thought that we'd be able to, I don't want to say necessarily form an alliance, but not form a
Death pact.
enemy.
Yeah.
Just a mutual, like, hey, when we're done with these, we'll give you the tablets, or at least some of them. No one thing should have all of them, except for us for that small time.
He said we could use them. He just doesn't want us. He doesn't want anyone to take the tablets by killing his buddies. But we can use the tablets. We just can't kill dragons to get them.
So who woke him up?
Someone's thunderclap.
Did you catch who woke him up?
His master. But some of you should know about the master. I wouldn't know about the master, but you guys.
People who have researched the dragons know that Tiamat is the queen of dragons, or at least the evil colored ones.
I thought that was just a story.
them truth in all stories.
Okay.
Are only the evil colored ones here on Centralia? Do we not have any good dragons?
What color was this dragon?
This
Blue?
one was
This is blue.
Is blue an evil color?
This was.
Well, his master woke him up, so. His brethren is the black and the white, so they're kind of jerks.
Black and white are evil colors too?
They were jerks, yep.
Boy, alright. What's left?
We've got red and green, and I don't know if there's like a yellow.
Yeah, you guys did. Yeah, you were the group that did dragon research, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So traditionally, Centralia has known some dragons. The metal dragons are usually the good dragons.
Gold.
Centralia has not known a ton of dragons, but the ones it has known were active hundreds, if not thousands of years ago, depending on the dragon. But they did wreak havoc when they were active.
They're all bad. So then, therefore,
But they haven't. There's tales of Scourge, waking up and feeding and then disappearing again. But it's not super common. And then Snowcrest, depending on who you talk to, if you talk to Wizard, he's probably heard stories of similar things, although the area around Snowcrest's lair was not as populated, perhaps, as Scourge's.
And no one wants to be near the black dragon's swampy lair.
Yeah, that was more the bogs of Karath Tor. They were always like terrible, but they like turned to a place where like people disappear, at some point.
And then we haven't gone to the volcano where the red dragon is, and we've stayed away from the enchanted forest at the north part of South Gorson.
Yeah, there's probably, I don't know how far you would have researched, but there was definitely a war of some kind involving the red dragon of the volcano. I'm not sure you know.
With the surrounding people?
I'm not sure you know all the details of that.
Because I remember Puppy Town saying something about it.
Yeah.
And we were actually considering going in that direction. And the green one, we didn't want to get lost in the enchanted forest, so. The Fey forest.
So that was a win, right? We're not dead.
Yeah.
Not yet.
We just have to.
So you just have to kill yourselves and then come back.
No sweat.
Good straight face, by the way, Vinny.
I mean, the dragon didn't say that he needed proof of the deaths, just he needed the tablets.
Get some vengeance in the tablet, yeah.
Shall we bring some heads anyway? Decapitated heads? Here's that group.
Yeah, we've got some. No, our friends have the decapitated heads.
Pity.
Do we have any?
I mean,
We have a
get
bag
one
of
or two.
holding. I feel like we should have one.
Oh, by the way, Dromm, you look around for the jewels, they're gone.
Nice.
Oh, dragon.
Even if they were a paltry sum, they're gone.
Because they're shiny.
Dragon's like my horde.
Deleted. Okay. Let's see. How far away is Wesleyville?
As the crow flies.
How about as the party journeys?
Don't you guys have fast travel yet? Come on, you got some high level spellcasters.
No, only
Is that a thing we can get?
that's only Agnes has that. She's out in the middle of the sea.
Oh man. I would say that if you followed this tunnel up to the surface, you would sort of see the mountains and you'd be able to roughly ascertain that you're like maybe a 3-day journey from the mountains. And from where you are, if you have ways to fly, right? Finistel could fly. Finistel could fly up and would see the river a bit to the northeast of you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and you know that river ends at Gab.
Because we have 4 heads in the vault in Wesleyville. Just throwing that out there as an option.
And 2 of the heads are repeats, though.
Well, no. Finric
Forest is at the cabin?
So, yeah, the ones in the vault are Pounder, Cyrus, the first capo that we killed, whose name I don't remember, and the king.
Morgo the Blade.
Morgo the Blade, thank you.
No. Morgo the Blade we flung into the ocean.
Oh, that's right.
So
yeah,
we have her, right?
With her head?
Oh.
Do we have
Yeah.
her? We have
Yeah.
the king, and we have 2 of the captains.
Okay.
Essentially,
there's-
don't we have all of the captains and the king?
Yeah.
I mean, you did defeat all of them, so yeah.
And
Oh,
we
yeah.
should have 2 Falrith heads.
And we do. And we have the Sjogren Moondrop head.
Oh, she's new.
We have some good heads.
Yeah. We ran out of room in the bag of holding. We had to start storing them in the vault.
What a problem to have.
Classic
But are they
problem,
going
yeah.
to deteriorate?
First
Well, Moondrop has not been embalmed or fixed yet, so she must still be in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be able to get hers.
Well, I mean, she's with Finric. And yeah, that's right. Falrith, the Falriths and Sjogren are with Finric. Morgo, is that what we were saying? Morgo, Pounder, Cyrus, and the
No,
king.
I guess it's not Morgo. I'm sorry. Morgo.
Okay, sorry.
So the captains are her, Pounder, Cyrus, Rogan Grimfall, the Tabaxi one. Hold on.
I just called it Capo 1.
So Nightsbane was one of them. Reagan Stormfall, Nightsbane, Cyrus the Shadow, Kurg Hunox is the king, Broden Grimfinger, founder. So Broden Grimfinger was the druid that was at the camp.
Right. I don't think we beheaded him. I don't think we beheaded the warlock that was on the boat either.
So that would have been the Tabaxi Nightsbane, so you might not have their head.
Yeah. I think we only did
They probably have Pounder, Kragan, Cyrus, and the king.
and her.
Oh, and her?
We definitely have her. Because we have the king and we had her. And then I think we had 2 other guys. Pounder being one of them because Lily clearly remembers taking the great axe and decapitating him.
Nice.
In any case, I
Got
guess
some heads.
we got some head. If we hurry.
Do you want to surface, or do you want to like stay down there or try to have more conversation, or what are you thinking?
Oh, well, Lily is, I guess, back with the
Okay.
donkeys.
Yeah, you guys are getting the donkeys. Yeah, getting the donkeys up into the exit tunnel might be a little bit of a challenge.
They're just stubborn, or we have to hoist them?
Well, you'd have to. Yeah, it's not like it's the height of the tunnel up, right? It's like the tunnel itself is a steep angle, but you could climb it up. But you got to get up to it.
I have nothing to.
Well, I also brought the pitons and the rope with me, so
Hoist them up there.
we might be able to create some kind of like pulley system and push them from behind as we pull them from the front.
I am very good at creating giant eagles, which could probably lift a donkey in either talon.
Mm.
Might scare them a bit, I suppose. Perhaps you could warn them ahead of time, Sir Pen, so they don't think they're going to be eaten.
I can do that.
All right, let's jiggle this up.
All right. The little polymorph action. Ferry you guys up into the tunnel. Actually, she just flies you all the way out. It's fast enough as a giant eagle. And then she sort of flies around as the giant eagle for a little bit, gets the lay of the land, comes back down, and she's like, there does seem to be the river, and I can see the hint of a city further to the east. That would probably be the closest civilization if we wanted to get to civilization.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good.
So is
Yes,
Lily
proceed.
gonna have to sending stone the other group to get the permission to enter the vault? Like, how is she gonna do this?
Oh, they have to be there in person.
Question.
Because I mean, I can contact the Ateum. I can also contact my dad. But I wouldn't have access to Elsa or to Wimblecat because those were Agnes specific.
Well, Sir Pen certainly knows everyone, and I think everyone's aware that he was like that. We were generally, and Sir Pen specifically, were part of the whole Ateum milieu.
I mean, here's the thing. We only really need tablets. We were gonna provide heads as a bonus.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's like,
But
Like,
at least you'll put a face to a name, right? And it's not the Ateum.
We could go to the local town, go to like the jail or something, and get some criminals and just take their heads. Then
You
we
need,
have
you need
Yeah.
a tow? Give me 10 minutes. I'll get you a tow.
yeah, you want to tell? I'll get you to.
I mean, we could just find recently deceased, do some grave digging. Doesn't even have to be someone that we kill. It'd already be dead. DED.
Well, Dromm, who's that warring clan that keeps annoying your people?
that'll simmer things down.
Plus, I mean,
And it certainly won't set the dragon to attack the goliaths in the mountains. That wouldn't happen if you...
No, it needs to be a group of random.
Group of randos.
Yeah, they can't be from one specific area. They can't be one specific race or class. They gotta be really diverse.
So we go to a city, set up a tent with a hole in it with a sign outside that says, "Look in here." They put their head in, cut it off, and we get random people. We just put a basket there, fill it up, and then we're good.
Madame Guillotine. I mean, I do think that the heads would be a nice touch, but that was not part of the requirement, just the tablets itself. So, I mean, after this, we don't need the tablets. We just need it to put it back together temporarily? Or does it not want to go back into pieces after it's together? Like, is it just gonna fuse together and be like, I'm whole again? Because the reason why it was broken up is because there was not one person who should have the full power.
Except Mr. Twizzard.
Sub Twizzard. That's what the ancient.
There's only one being who will recognize him with his title.
Only one person with gold hammer pants.
A mohawk, gold chains.
You will
The
hear
legend foretold. Crimson hair and golden pants.
Do not doubt what he does with it. It will certainly be in your best interest or someone's.
Yeah, it does feel like you guys might be missing one step to the puzzle. Assuming
Step
that, well, I
one.
mean, I don't know, who knows?
Gather underpants. Step
Exactly.
2. Step 3, profit.
Profit.
I don't see what the problem is here.
What step are we on? 1?
Oh my god.
Step 1, gather amulets. Step 2.
So,
Step 3, profit.
just so we're clear, there is no other group, right? It's us.
Well, no, it's the Ateum.
That's the Ateo, yeah.
It's them. Okay, yeah.
I mean, there's
But
two
the
dragons.
Ateum did one.
There's 2 dragons dead. He said
You
my
sure?
brother in. He didn't say my single. So the implication is that. Implication is that this dragon was woken up to get revenge for the ones that were killed.
And how does he even know? The master knows, and the master woke him up? They've got their dragon telepathy?
Kind of dragon telepathy network.
Hmm.
Who's got the isn't it Vinny who's got the Tiamat necklace?
Oh. Is that what I have?
Yeah, you
There
do.
it is. Look, my note says it's just jewelry.
Amulet
Oh,
of
that's
Tiamat.
fascinating. Wow. Retroactive
Got
roll.
that, you know.
You're
Of
safe.
course I remember what that's from and why it's important, but my friend doesn't. How can I explain to my friend what it is again?
Well, considering Lily wasn't there when it happened, Lily can't help you.
Oh, I was there, so of course I remember. So I'll just keep it in my inventory.
But Lily remembers Agnes talking extensively about this when they were on a sending stone call.
Yeah, you showed it to Rohip, who takes you to Rojo.
Oh.
But we got it off of
You got it off the
Wizard
black
Priest.
one. Wait,
There were
off the
two
what?
wizard priests. When we rescued Asuna from the lizard folk, there was a priest that had the amulet around their neck. I think there was technically 2 amulets, like that there were 2 people or 2 lizard folk with amulets, but definitely one. That was the priest. I don't
Definitely
know if
one.
another one did. And you took it.
All right.
But it wasn't magic. It was just the head, or like an amulet that showed the multiple heads of Tiamat. We
Yeah.
also learned the black dragon's actual name, which I've written it down. It starts with an N.
Neek Kamai.
Yeah, Nikamai. And that's how I was able to get in good with Rojo.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that all wrong. I mean, we could still go back and be like, hey, listen, we're working for Tiamat too.
Well, again, it's sort of like the appeal of it is that we're going to meet this thing again at a place that we know is not its lair.
Yeah.
Dragons are definitely easier to kill not in their lairs. That's for sure.
So if, like, rather than figuring out how we trick this thing, we figure out what's the best way to kill this thing when we see it again,
Your
then we do that.
That's your guardian.
Yeah, it really sucks for me.
Oh my goodness. You suggested it. You love it.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, you know.
It
if
sounds
this
as
is
though he
where it
did
was
it with
explicitly trying
many.
to kill us and our friends.
It sounds like you were actually an experiment, and you just happened to be the only one that survived. Did you pick up on that? You're the one who survived.
I mean, I think that's a mean thing to say. Say that someone's an experiment.
Well, you had the power within you, and he just helped bring it out.
Hmm.
And clearly, he was doing something to help bring it out, whether that was scaring it out of you, or
He could have sat there and watched as Dromm fell, and then the terror made him awaken one power, which made him slow fall or something. And the dragon just sat there and watched.
not bad. That's a pretty good trick. You got something going there, kiddo.
That's probably what happened. I agree.
I let all these other kids fall, and they all died. You, on the other hand, you figured it out. Good for you.
Okay, so you have no problems killing that dragon.
I mean, a little bit, but
I don't
I'm
think you
just
said
saying,
that.
like, that's where we're headed.
I think Lily's a little upset that they're going to have to kill a dragon that she had such hopes for becoming friends with.
Well,
Yeah.
if we bring it the tablets, it'll give us its tablet.
I mean, if you can't trust an evil dragon, who can you trust? Am I right?
We're gonna meet it in a public place. It's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
The cops will be all over it. I
Yeah.
mean,
you're buying something off eBay. You don't go to the person's house. You can meet it in a public place, or Craigslist rather. Always meet the dragons on Craigslist in a public place.
yeah. And use PayPal, because at least there's some kind of security for that.
There you go.
So the group you want are the Rat Kings. And they...
No, they're the badgers.
Well, Asura doesn't want that either.
I'm right here.
Is there a third group?
I'm basically all that's left of the Wesleyville Badgers. There are badgers in other cities, you know.
Not for long after we tell.
You might want to switch to the rat side.
All that time memorizing badger handshakes, and you're gonna eradicate them all.
Eradicate them all.
Oh.
Can we pin this on one of those magic houses, like House Rudlin or Evac?
They're both okay right now. Once we got rid of Moondrop,
Yeah, now's the chance for us to do our takeover.
oh, we have that tablet.
Yeah, you guys have. You have. How many tablets do you have?
Well, the other team has that tablet, so we each have 2 tablets.
You got one from. You get one from Falrith?
Should we have? I don't think we did.
I think you did. That's fascinating.
Well, shit, where did that one end up?
Who's holding them? Are they in our... Do we have a bag of holding?
It's probably in South Gorson.
It's probably. It is in South Carolina. I'll just tell you that. It is in South Carolina.
It's probably in the same place that Paelias's cobra thing
It's
is.
snake
Oh.
staff.
Knocked out the window into another dimension.
Oh my gosh.
Well, oh, Agnes has the teleportation circle for that tower in South Gorson. We can go back at any time.
Okay. That's cool.
This teleportation stuff is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are definitely getting to the end game where the ability to quickly move around is probably going to become key.
Yeah, we're pretty slow right now.
Well, we've got a teleportation helm, which has 3 charges, and now it's only got 2.
Oh yeah, you guys have that. Is that
No,
you guys-
we don't.
Oh, the other group has that too?
Yeah.
They have all the
Man.
good stuff.
Brock Amazing Paw has it.
Brock Amazing Paw is a teleportation helm? Who thought that was a good idea?
We already used it to get back onto the boat when he fell into the water.
I mean, you know,
The one time Misty stuff would have worked. Instead, you
Instead of-
choose.
Changing into an animal because he's a druid. He's like, my teleportation
He
helm.
uses one of the 3 all-powerful teleportation charges. Oh god, I love it. Freaking D&D.
It's fantastic.
It's like the monkey paw where you wish for like a sandwich or something. Oh man. Alright, so you guys start heading toward the city.
Now, question: Is this like the city?
That we're supposed to meet at.
Yeah.
This would be the city that you're supposed to meet at, yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we should check it out, get the lay of the land.
Yeah. So the 2 main rivers coming out of the mountains is the Lyle and the Jael. Various groups are vying for power. Minion is the major city in the terminus of the Lyle, which is to the south. And you don't know much about that crime boss. Do you know her name? You heard the name Strawberry Scar?
No.
A good name.
I
It's
think
good.
Lily from an alternate reality dream state might have heard that name before.
Oh, that's interesting.
Might have.
Lily
I'm
from the
not-
Saturday night D&D.
I'm not 100% certain though.
No, I think you might have.
But
actually.
this Lily has no idea.
And then
just-
the Jael ends in the city of Kyab, Kyab, which is run by a tiefling bard, Vanar the Fantastic.
That Agnes is familiar with, right? The bard?
Yeah. I mean the folks. So some reason
Vinny's met.
yeah, I was gonna say Vinny and Sir Pen met, right?
Not
that's-
Sir Pen. Definitely Vinny.
Was it Dromm?
No, it was Agnes and Vinny
It was
and
Agnes and
Duke.
Vinny. And the Duke. Right.
Because he helped us get the teleportation circle back to Wesleyville. Or at least the Duke
Well, the
to
Duke
Wesleyville.
went to Wesleyville. You guys
We
went to
South Gorson.
yeah. Corson? Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we met up.
Right.
All met up
Right.
in South Gorson.
The combined session.
We were slightly outside of the outer wall based on
could be
somebody's Finric's description. Like
yeah. Could be that there's a combined session when you meet up with Scourge again. That could be fun.
Oh, well, where are we with the boat? Because we're close to the island. I think it's within our sight.
Oh yeah, it is.
The fog cloud or whatever.
So all they've got to do, they've got 2 weeks to get that done, and use the teleportation helm and meet up with us to kill this freaking.
Yeah, you guys are currently on.
Here we go.
Oh no, you're on DePaul, and so you are 2 weeks ahead.
Okay, so then that gives the other group.
Well,
4
no, that's not true because I haven't moved the marker is still on leave for islands, so you're actually you're closer than that because the sailing took some time. You're probably within a week of each other.
Okay, but the Ateum is a little behind.
Correct. The Ateum is behind.
So they
right now.
have time to go onto the island, explore, find, and then come back.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm just going to find out if Agnes can even teleport back that fast, because she might have the Destin teleportation circle.
Well, and again, apparently that group has the teleportation helm, so.
Yeah, so I guess it wouldn't matter. But the person who's wearing it does not know the area. Agnes knows the area very well.
You could take an hour and attune to it, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but if I already have a teleportation circle for it, it's just as
Fair enough.
easy. And our new guy on the boat might also have that stuff. But anyway, okay. This is thinking about the long game.
Yeah.
Yep, Destin. I've got Kayab. Kayab. Kayab?
Kayab, yeah.
Kayab. Yep, so I do have that teleportation circle. So we're good. South Gorston's Falrith's Fort. That's good.
All right, so yes, let's just say that by the evening, as the sun is setting over the far Verska Mountains, you guys reach the outskirts of the desert city of Jab. And there's sort of an outer wall with some sort of like a little bit of a tent city surrounding that. And as you walk through that, curious people peer at you from their tents. You have your donkeys with you. And then you get to the main city, and you can sort of see in the last red lights of daylight, they're sort of being cast on this large white compound walls, and you get the feeling that that might be where Lenar the Fantastic lives. But you look around for a tavern for the night. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, there's the Windy Day. That's a tavern. You pass a lot of clothing shops that are closed for the day, probably.
We are going to have to go back to Dromm's village, aren't we? Are they going to get worried about us?
Oh, right.
Probably, but I don't think that's
You left with 2 weeks of food, so they're probably not going to get worried for a while.
Okay. Figure we could just send a message. Snail mail it.
Yeah, there's a... That's interesting. Getting it to the man. Getting it. All right. This is probably a good spot to stop. So you're settled in at the Windy Day. Heck, you could have a late dinner. You want to have a late dinner there?
Sure.
The signature drink.
Yes.
oh boy.
I will definitely buy it.
It's called the Quenched Sun. An egg yolk in a dirty tequila.
Whoa, that sounds
silver.
hard.
I will take one.
As soon as you drink it, you feel like refreshed, like you've your any thirst you had is just utterly gone. You're like, yeah, I could walk a whole day in the sun and not need water.
I feel like you've
great.
already had one before
I don't know if I've
with
had one of
Agnes and the Duke.
those. I don't think so.
Because we've been, well,
I think you had. I mean, if it was Vinny and Agnes, I think you have had this.
Yeah.
Maybe I
drink.
did.
Agnes is a collector of, I mean, with the egg yolk, she probably did not buy this one to keep in her bags, but
Yeah, it
though the
might not keep
tequila
so
would
well.
probably keep it,
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an experiment I should do. I should make one of these. That's what I should do. I should put out a.
A real one?
I should put out a recipe book with all the drinks that I've imagined.
Nice.
That's kind of a fun
note
idea.
from the author does not actually induce magical
Right.
One turns me into a parrot.
There you go. That's my next Kickstarter is the Centralia drink recipe book. Amazing. All right. Well, you guys secure rooms with no problem, and you bed down for the night, and we'll see what adventures you get up to in the morning on the next session. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time. BND Live.